Every day, they're inching away. These eating machines are underway. They move through mud and mounds of clay. They wiggle on through in the simplest way. They come to the surface in the pouring rain, crawling on sidewalks, creeping through drains, while keeping the birds in the sky at bay to make sure they travel just one more day. When danger appears and comes their way, they just slip down a hole for a fast getaway. And there they will eat, just eat, eat, eat. And if they're not eating, that's when they start sleeping. But even when sleeping, the worms eat away, while dreaming of what they might find the next day. Beneath the ground, they're safe and sound, while living in blindness and searching around, creeping and crawling below our feet, hoping they'll run into something to eat. Which brings me to a story about worms in the East, where dozens have gathered in a compost heap, coming together to devour this feast. Eating through eggshells and gulping down beets, a rotten banana will vanish with ease. Half-eaten apples, a smelly old peach, smothered and covered in yesterday's grease. Eating and eating like never before, which brings me to a story about worms in the north, where hundreds have gathered in the ultimate score, while gaining attention from hundreds more. The carcass they share was that of a hare, a rabbit that lost his poor life to a snare. But they didn't care. The worms never care. They just move right in and make it their lair. A house, you could say, that reeked of decay, but worms big and small prefer it that way. And behind every door, there is so much more. These worms never ate anything like it before. There was so much blood and so much crud. These worms gave up on eating mud. They move through the stomach and into the gut, and some of these worms will eat right through the mouth. Which brings me to a story about worms in the South that live in a graveyard on the west end of town, where it's eerie and dreary with death all around. Millions and millions of worms now reside, eating continuously day and night. They just eat, and they eat, and they eat away, 'cause the people they're eating don't care anyway. They move through the veins, pass through to the brain, and eat through the skin, for the skin is so thin. They never look back as they travel within. There's too much ahead that is waiting for them. They spend all their nights in different spaces, and will wake up eating in different places. They'll eat for many months to come, then lay their young inside a lung. These worms are always on the move to find more food to crawl into. These worms will creep from tomb to tomb. They'll eat inside 100 rooms, from 12 a.m. to 12 noon, from the break of day to the full moon. That's what these worms were made to do. And one day when your life is through, these worms just might move into you.